My beloved child, I see you. I see the way your hands are trembling as you hold this device, and I feel the silent, heavy weight of the world pressing down upon your shoulders. I know that just a few moments ago a thought flickered through your mind, a dark, cold whisper telling you that it is over, that you have fought long enough and that it is finally time to give up. But I am here to tell you, stop. Do not move. Do not turn away. This is not just another video appearing on your screen by chance. This is a divine appointment, a direct intervention from my heart to yours. I have moved heaven and earth to bring this message to you at this exact second because I know you are standing at the very edge of your endurance. You feel as though you are drowning in a sea of exhaustion, and you are looking for any reason to keep breathing. I am that reason. I am your breath, your strength, and your shield. I have heard every unspoken cry and felt every heartbeat that skipped in fear. You are not alone in this room, and you are certainly not alone in this battle. There is a reason why the air feels heavy around you right now, and why you felt a sudden urge to scroll past this. There is an entity, a shadow of darkness that is absolutely terrified of you hearing what I have to say. It knows that if you stay, if you listen to the end, the chains it has wrapped around your destiny will begin to shatter. This shadow has been working tirelessly to keep you in a state of despair, because it knows that you are inches away from a breakthrough so massive it will shift the very ground beneath your feet. It wants you to leave this message before we reach the 5th chapter, for in that moment a truth will be revealed that will change your perspective on every pain you have ever endured. Do not let the enemy win this moment. Do not let the thief of joy rob you of the miracle that is currently in transit. I have guided your path to this specific frequency because your soul is crying out for a rescue, and I am here to deliver it. This is your lifeline. Grasp it with everything you have left. Before I reveal the magnitude of the blessing that is about to manifest in your life, I want you to make a conscious choice to step into my light. This is an act of faith, a signal to the heavens that you are ready to receive what I have prepared. I am calling you to join this family of believers, this circle of light that stands against the darkness. Press the button to subscribe and light up the heart of agreement by liking this message right now. By doing this, you are telling the universe and every spiritual force that you belong to me, and you are claiming your place in my divine plan. Do not stay silent in the face of your transition. I want you to declare your presence before me. Type, "I am here, Lord," or the sacred number 707 in the comments below to open the gates of heaven over your life. This simple act of typing is a physical manifestation of your spiritual readiness. It is the moment you stop running and start receiving. I am watching you, my precious one, and I am waiting for you to acknowledge that you are ready for the shift that is about to take place. You have been through seasons of pruning that felt like destruction, and you have walked through fires that you thought would consume you. But look at you. You are still here. You are still standing even if you feel like you are wobbling. That strength does not come from you. It comes from the spark of divinity I placed within you before the foundations of the world were laid. The very fact that you are listening to my voice right now is proof that the enemy's plan to destroy you has failed. You are a chosen one, and with that title comes a level of warfare that others will never understand. But with that warfare also comes a level of glory that is beyond human comprehension. Stay with me. Do not let the whispers of the night convince you that the sun will never rise again. I am the bright and morning star, and I am about to illuminate your path in a way that will leave you breathless with gratitude. The struggle you are facing today is merely the birth pangs of the destiny I am about to release. Keep your eyes on me, for the atmosphere is changing and the victory is already yours. My child, do not think for a single moment that your suffering has been invisible to me. I have been there in the quietest, darkest hours of your night when the world was asleep. and you were left alone with the crushing weight of your thoughts. I saw you when you collapsed onto your bed, too weary even to pray, the salt of your tears soaking into your pillow as you wondered if I had forgotten your name. I saw you in your car, parked far away from everyone, letting out a silent cry that no human ear could hear, but it vibrated through the very core of my being. Every drop of water that has fallen from your eyes has been collected in my bottle. Not one has been wasted, and not one has gone unnoticed. I was there when you felt the sharp sting of loneliness, even in a crowded room, and I felt the ache in your heart when you realized that those around you could see your smile but remained blind to the storm raging within your soul. I have watched you carry burdens that were meant for 10 people, yet you carried them alone, whispering to yourself that you had to be strong. I have watched the physical toll this season has taken on your body, my precious one. I know about the headaches that come out of nowhere, the throbbing pressure behind your eyes that makes it hard to focus on the tasks before you. I have felt the heaviness in your chest, that suffocating sensation as if a mountain is resting on your lungs, making every breath a conscious effort. I see your exhaustion, a weariness that goes deeper than your bones, a fatigue that sleep cannot touch. You wake up feeling just as tired as when you closed your eyes, because your spirit has been in the trenches of a spiritual war while your body tried to rest. Your muscles are tense, your back carries the weight of responsibilities that were never meant for you to bear alone, and your energy is being drained by battles you didn't even choose to fight. I want you to know that I am the great physician, and I am reaching out my hand right now to touch those areas of pain. I am releasing the tension in your mind and the pressure in your heart, for you were never designed to carry the world on your shoulders. You have become a master at wearing a mask, haven't you? You walk through the world with a steady voice and a gentle smile, making sure everyone else is okay while your own spirit is quietly hemorrhaging. You have become the shoulder for others to lean on, the one who always has an encouraging word. Yet you feel like you are walking on glass with bare feet. I see the bleeding that no one else detects. I see the wounds left by words spoken in haste and the scars from battles fought in the secret places of your mind. You are afraid that if you show your vulnerability, you will crumble, or worse, that you will be judged. But I tell you today, my beloved, you do not have to be strong for me. Your brokenness is not a sign of failure. It is the very place where my power is made perfect. Your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are the language of a soul that has endured more than it was ever designed to handle without me. Let the mask fall in my presence, for here you are safe, you are known, and you are deeply, irrevocably loved. I am not looking for your perfection, I am looking for your heart. This season of silent weeping is coming to an end. Every moment of endurance you have shown is being recorded in the archives of heaven. You may feel like you are falling apart, but I am actually putting you together in a way that is far more resilient than before. The pain you are feeling right now is not a punishment. It is the refining of a diamond under immense pressure. I am using these tears to wash away the scales from your eyes so that you can see the glory I am about to reveal. The heaviness you feel is the weight of glory preparing your spirit to hold the massive blessings I am bringing your way. You are being built, not broken. You are becoming, not dissolving. Take a moment right now to simply breathe in my peace. Let the warmth of my love penetrate the cold places of your heart. I am your refuge and I am your strength. You have been faithful in the dark, and now the light of my favor is beginning to break through the horizon of your life. Trust me, my child, for I have never left your side and I never will. I was standing right beside you when the words of those you loved pierced your heart like a sharpened blade. I saw the look of utter disbelief in your eyes when you realized that the very hands you once held were now the ones pushing you away. Betrayal is a unique kind of fire. It doesn't just burn the surface, it reaches into the deepest chambers of your soul and leaves behind a cold, hollow ache. You wonder how they could forget the nights you spent listening to their problems, the sacrifices you made to see them succeed, and the loyalty you gave without question. I saw you stand in the wreckage of those relationships, searching for a reason, searching for where you went wrong. But I want you to hear me clearly. The betrayal was not a reflection of your worth, but a revelation of their heart. I allowed the mask to fall so that you would stop leaning on broken reeds that were destined to pierce your hand. I am removing the shadows of the past to make room for the light of those who will truly see you for who you are. It hurts the most when it comes from the people who should have been your protectors, your confidants, and your home. You have been isolated not because you are unlovable, but because you are being set apart for a purpose they cannot comprehend. The chosen one often walks a path of solitude because the light I placed within you is a mirror that reflects the unhealed parts of others. Your kindness was often seen as a weakness to be exploited, and your generosity was treated as a resource to be drained. When you had nothing more to give, or when you finally set a boundary to protect your peace, they walked away and painted you as the villain in their story. I have heard the whispers behind your back and the lies told to ruin your reputation. Do not waste your energy trying to defend yourself or win back the favor of those I have strategically removed from your life. I am your vindicator. I am the one who will clear your name and restore the years the locusts have eaten. If I have allowed a door to close and a bridge to burn, it is because I have a destination for you that they are not permitted to enter. Right now, I want you to stop and take a moment to reconnect with my spirit. The world has been loud and the voices of critics have been screaming in your ears, but my voice is a gentle whisper that speaks life into your dry bones. Close your eyes, even if just for a second, and take a long, deep breath. Inhale my peace, and as you exhale, release the bitterness and the why that has been haunting your mind. Feel my hand resting firmly on your right shoulder. I am here to steady your heart and remind you that you are anchored in me. You feel alone, but you are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses and an army of angels that you cannot yet see. The isolation you feel is actually a hidden season where I am fortifying your character. I am teaching you that my approval is the only foundation that will never crack under pressure. People will fail you, but I am the Rock of Ages. While they are talking about you, I am working for you. While they are judging you, I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of those who wished for your downfall. This loneliness is not your final destination. It is a divine transition. I am shifting your circles to align with your calling. I am removing the counterfeit connections to make room for the covenant relationships that are on their way. I am bringing people into your life who will not only understand your mission, but will protect your heart as if it were their own. You have survived the pruning, and now you are ready for the growth. Do not look back at the people who left you in the storm. Look forward to the one who is walking on the water toward you. I am with you in the isolation, and I am turning your desert into a garden of revelation. You are not rejected. You are redirected. You are not forgotten. You are being fine-tuned for a frequency of favor you have never experienced before. Hold on to my hand, for the most beautiful chapters of your story are currently being written by my hand, and those who left you will soon see the glory I have draped over your life. My beloved, I hear the war that is raging within the chambers of your mind. I hear the shouting matches that happen in the silence of your room when you are trying to find a moment of peace. You have been plagued by thoughts that tell you that you are not enough, that you have missed your window of opportunity, and that your best days are forever behind you. You hear a voice that sounds like your own, whispering that you are a failure, that everyone else is moving ahead while you are stuck in the mud of your mistakes. But I am here to pull back the curtain and show you the truth. Those are not your thoughts. They are the whispers of the enemy, the echoes of the darkness that is terrified of the light you carry. The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy, and he is trying to steal your vision before it manifests. He knows that if he can control your mind, he can control your destiny. But I have given you a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I am the architect of your thoughts, and I am telling you right now that every lie you have believed is being dismantled by the frequency of my truth. Imagine your life, my precious one, as a vessel, a container that I designed to be filled with joy, peace, confidence, and limitless creativity. I created you with a specific capacity for greatness, but you have a limited amount of room in your heart and mind. Every time you allow worry, shame, or guilt to take up space, you are pushing out the very things you need to fulfill your purpose. If you allow the voice of doubt to occupy your mental space, you have no room left for the confidence I am trying to pour into you. You must learn to empty out the negative. Stop giving a platform to the accusations of the past. I have already forgiven you. Why are you still agreeing with the guilt? I have already declared you a victor. Why are you still identifying as a victim? The enemy says it's too late, you'll never get well, or you'll never get out of debt. This is where many miss their miracle. They come into agreement with the lie. I am calling you today to break that agreement. Stop being a host to the thoughts that are trying to kill your hope. Your words, my child, are like seeds. Every time you speak a negative thought out loud, you are planting that seed in the soil of your future. I have seen you digging up your seeds by speaking words of lack and tiredness. When you say, I am so tired, or I don't think I can make it, you are giving life to the very shadow I am trying to remove. Instead, I want you to zip it when the negative thoughts come, and instead speak my words over your life. Even when you feel weak, say, I am strong in the Lord. Even when the bank account is low, say, I am well supplied by the King of Kings. You must learn to turn the pressure of the enemy into the power of your testimony. The trouble you are facing is not there to stop you. It is a weight designed to build the spiritual muscle you need for the next level. You are not being punished by these thoughts. You are being trained to recognize the voice of the shepherd over the voice of the stranger. I am getting you prepared to handle the weight of a blessing so large it would crush the person you used to be. This is why the mental battle has been so intense lately. The enemy senses the shift. He knows that you are about to step into a season of unprecedented favor, and he is trying to distract you with a mental fog. But I am clearing the air. I am breathing my spirit into your mind to bring clarity where there was confusion and peace where there was panic. You are stronger than you think, and you are more prepared than you feel. Do not let the silence of the storm fool you into thinking I am absent. My silence is often the sound of me working behind the scenes, arranging the pieces of your breakthrough. Hold your head high, chosen one. The voices of the darkness are loud because they are desperate, but my voice is eternal, and I am saying, peace, be still. Your mind belongs to me, and today I am reclaiming every inch of it for my glory. Do you wonder why the pressure has intensified to a point that feels unbearable today? You have walked through many trials, but this particular moment feels different, as if the very air is thick with a resistance you cannot explain. My child, I want you to understand that the ferocity of the battle is always tied to the value of the territory you are about to claim. You are not experiencing this sudden surge of difficulty because you have failed, or because I have turned my face away from you. Quite the opposite is true. The darkness is screaming because it can smell the fragrance of the morning that is about to break over your life. You are standing at the threshold of a massive transition, a divine gateway that will lead you out of the wilderness and into the promised land of your calling. The enemy sees the gates of heaven opening for you, and he is throwing everything he has left at you in a desperate attempt to make you turn back before you see the glory I have prepared. Do not be deceived by the loudness of the storm. The noise is only proof that the end of the struggle is near. Think of how a storm behaves right before the dawn. It often gathers its greatest strength, unleashing its most violent winds and heaviest rain just as the first light of the sun begins to peek over the horizon. You are in that final darkest hour. The reason you feel like you are being hit from every side, your finances, your health, your peace of mind, and your relationships, is because the enemy is trying to create a smokescreen of chaos to distract you from the miracle that is already in motion. He knows that if he can get you to quit today, he can steal the legacy I have built for you over years of quiet faithfulness. He is not afraid of who you were in the past. He is terrified of the person you are becoming in this very moment. Every tear you have shed and every prayer you have whispered has been fueling a spiritual momentum that is now unstoppable. You are not just a person going through a hard time. You are a threat to the kingdom of darkness, and your breakthrough will release a chain reaction of blessings that will impact generations to come. The intensity of this attack is actually a confirmation of your proximity to your purpose. If you were not a threat, if you were not carrying something of immense value within your soul, the shadows would leave you alone. But you are a carrier of my light, a chosen one with a mandate to bring hope to a broken world. The spiritual entities that oppose my kingdom can see the seal of the Father upon your brow, and they know that once you step through the door, I am opening today, their influence over your life will be permanently severed. They are trying to tire you out, to wear down your spirit until you simply let go. But I am infusing you with a supernatural endurance that does not come from human effort. I am placing my own strength within your heart, a resilient power that says I will not be moved. You are much closer than you think. If you could see what I see from the vantage point of eternity, you would not be crying in fear. You would be shouting in triumph because the finish line is within your reach. Understand that this final stand of the enemy is a sign that he has exhausted his resources. He is using his loudest lies and his heaviest burdens because he knows his time is short. This is why you feel the urge to give up right now at this very hour. It is a strategic strike designed to make you collapse at the 1 meter mark. But I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who began a good work in you and is faithful to complete it. I did not bring you through the oceans of the past only to let you drown in a puddle today. I am holding the door open, and no man, no demon, and no circumstance can shut what I have opened. Stand firm. Put on the armor of light and breathe in the certainty that victory is not something you are working toward, but something you are working from. The shift is happening now. The atmosphere is yielding to my command, and the very things that were sent to destroy you are being repurposed to promote you. Stay focused on my voice, for I am leading you through the gates and into a season of rest and abundance. My precious child, you often wonder why you feel like a magnet for trouble, or why people who don't even know your story seem to have an unexplained resentment toward you. You walk into a room with a pure heart, wishing only peace upon others, yet you are met with cold shoulders, hushed whispers, or invisible walls of hostility. I want you to understand the physics of the spirit. The light I have placed within you is not a flicker. It is a blazing sun in the spiritual realm. Even when you feel dull, broken, or plain in the natural world, your spirit is radiating a frequency that the darkness cannot ignore. You are a chosen one, and your very existence is a disruption to the status quo of the shadows. The enemy does not attack those who are already defeated or those who carry no light. He attacks the one whose light threatens to expose his works. The resistance you are feeling is not a sign of your weakness, but a testimony to the magnitude of the power I have invested in your soul. There is a spiritual envy that surrounds those whom I have marked for greatness. This envy does not only come from the seen world, from people who are jealous of your resilience or your kindness, but from unseen forces that remember the glory you are destined to inherit. These invisible enemies see the royal signet upon your life, and they are envious because they can no longer reach the heights of favor that I have granted to you freely. This is why you often feel exhausted after simple interactions, or why you feel a sudden cloud of depression when everything should be going well. It is a spiritual theft attempted by those who cannot produce their own light, so they try to drain yours. They use people as vessels to criticize you, to doubt you, and to make you feel like an outsider. But listen to me, you are not an outsider. You are an ambassador of my kingdom, and an ambassador is always a stranger in a land that does not share its values. This is the essence of what you call a spiritual attack. It is a coordinated effort to make you dim your radiance so that you are no longer a threat. The darkness sends spirits of heaviness to sit on your chest, spirits of confusion to cloud your judgment, and spirits of lack to make you feel like my provision has run dry. But these attacks are merely reactions to your potential. The enemy is a legalist. He only fights for what he fears he is losing. If he is fighting this hard for your mind, it is because your mind is the birthplace of a divine vision. If he is fighting for your joy, it is because your joy is your strength. Do not take these battles personally, for they are not against flesh and blood. You are a warrior being forged in the heat of spiritual friction. Every time you stand firm, every time you choose to love despite the hate, and every time you praise me in the middle of the fire, you are dealing a crushing blow to the kingdom of darkness. You must realize that because you are mine, you are protected by a hedge that no weapon can penetrate without my permission, and I only permit the pressure that will ultimately promote you. The spiritual envy of the world cannot touch your inheritance. Let them whisper, let the shadows growl, and let the envious eyes watch your every move. They are watching a masterpiece in progress. I am sharpening your discernment in this season so that you can see through the masks and recognize the spiritual roots of the conflict. You are learning to walk not by sight, but by the power of my spirit. The very light that attracts the enemy is the same light that will lead you to your victory. Bathe in my presence today and let me replenish the oil in your lamp. You are more than a conqueror, and the envy of the darkness is the greatest proof that you are winning a war you didn't even know you were drafted into. Keep shining, my beloved, for your light is the only thing that can truly conquer the dark. My beloved, do not look at your current circumstances or your outward struggles to define your worth. Many have judged you by your bank account, your mistakes, or the quietness of your life, but I do not see as man sees. Do not be discouraged if you feel small, overlooked, or unqualified for the greatness you feel stirring inside your soul. You must understand that I do not choose the most polished, the most loud, or the most connected. I choose the ones with the purest hearts. Those who are willing to remain faithful in the secret places where no one else is watching. You have a special position in my kingdom, a seat that was reserved for you before you were even a thought in your mother's mind. You carry the mark of David, a divine seal that separates you from those who only seek the crown but never want the cross. You have been in your own private wilderness tending to the sheep of your responsibilities while others were out being celebrated by the world. But I tell you, your season of being hidden is your season of being prepared for the throne. Think of David, the young shepherd boy whom even his own father forgot to invite when the prophet came to call. His brothers were tall, strong, and looked like kings in the eyes of men, but I passed them all by. For I do not look at the height of a man's stature or the eloquence of his speech. I look deep into the heart past the scars and the insecurities to find the gold that only fire can produce. You are that gold. You were chosen because when you were hurt, you still chose to be kind. You were chosen because when you were in lack, you still chose to be generous. You were chosen because your heart is soft toward my spirit, even when life has tried to make it hard and cynical. While the world is obsessed with outward appearance, I am captivated by your inner beauty, your resilience, and your unwavering desire to do what is right. You are my masterpiece, and the very things you think make you weak are the qualities I am using to manifest my greatest strength. Right now, my child, I want to release a seal of protection and favor over your life, but this requires your active agreement. I am calling you to stand with this community of light to signal to the spiritual realm that you accept the mantle I have placed upon you. If you feel the truth of my words vibrating in your spirit, take a moment to press the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is more than a digital action. It is a declaration that you are joining this family of believers, reinforcing the circle of protection around your destiny. Do not allow this moment to pass without claiming your identity. I want you to go into the comments right now and type with bold confidence, "I am the chosen one," or 7 and 77. By doing this, you are silencing the voices of doubt and announcing to the heavens that you know who you are and whose you are. Let your faith be seen, for when your character finally matches the weight of what you are praying for, the door must fly open. You are not behind in life. You are being built. You are not breaking, you are becoming. Every time you were pushed aside, I was actually pulling you closer to my heart. Every time a door was slammed in your face, I was shielding you from a path that would have led to your destruction. You are in a position of high favor, and the mark of David means that though you may face Goliaths, they are only there to introduce you to your destiny. The giants in your life are not there to stop you. They are the platforms upon which your victory will be displayed for all to see. Trust my process and trust my timing. I am the potter and you are the clay in my hands. I am molding you into a vessel of honor, and very soon the world will see what I have seen in you all along. Stand tall, my precious one, for you are royalty in my eyes, and your reign is about to begin. Have you ever wondered why the night seems to grow its coldest and most silent? Just before the first ray of sun breaks the horizon, there is a divine law written into the fabric of the universe, the law of the final test. You are currently experiencing the darkness before the dawn, a period where the resistance of the world reaches its peak. Because you are within walking distance of your promised land, my child, I want you to understand that what you are feeling right now is not a sign of failure, but a sign of transition. Most people give up in this very hour. They endure the long journey, they survive the middle of the night storms, but they collapse when they are only a few steps away from the finish line because the discouragement becomes too heavy to bear. This is the discouragement test, and it is the final exam you must pass before I can release the full weight of the blessing I have stored for you. If it hasn't happened yet, it simply means I am still preparing you to handle the magnitude of what is coming. I told you through my word that blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life. But I want you to hear this from my own lips today. I am not just asking for your patience. I am asking for your endurance. Patience is waiting for something to happen, but endurance is maintaining a good attitude and a steady heart while you wait. I am watching how you handle the little things in this final stretch, for your faithfulness in the small, agonizing moments of delay is the key that unlocks the much of your destiny. I am getting you prepared to handle the weight of a blessing that would have crushed you a year ago. You are stronger now. You are wiser. You have a character that has been forged in the furnace of affliction, and that character is the only thing that can sustain the level of favor I am about to pour out upon you. You must realize that the waiting room you feel stuck in is not a prison. It is a construction site. While you are sitting in the silence feeling like nothing is moving, I am working behind the scenes with a precision you cannot imagine. I am moving people out of your way. I am opening doors in distant places, and I am aligning the hearts of those who will be instrumental in your breakthrough. My silence is not abandonment. It is a test of what you have learned during our time together. Will you trust my heart when you cannot trace my hand? Will you believe my promise when the circumstances scream that I have forgotten? Every time you choose to praise me despite the delay, you are passing the test. Every time you refuse to speak words of defeat, you are showing me that you are ready for the weight of glory. You are not falling apart, my beloved. You are falling into a purpose so great it requires this level of refinement. The struggle you are facing today is the final push. Think of it like a mother in labor. The pain is greatest just before the life is born. You are in the labor of your destiny. Do not let the intensity of the pressure convince you to turn back now. I did not bring you through the fires of the past just to let you burn out at the very end. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I have an appointed time for every promise I have made to you. That time is closer than it was when you first began this video. The spiritual atmosphere is shifting, the odds are being stacked in your favor, and the miracle is being birthed even as you listen to my voice. Stand firm, keep your head high, and breathe in the certainty that the dawn is coming. You have passed the tests of the hidden season, and now the season of manifestation is knocking at your door. Trust my timing, for I am never early, I am never late, and I am about to make everything beautiful in its perfect time. My beloved, listen to the sound of the chains falling. The season of not yet is being replaced by the power of right now. I am standing over your life as the Alpha and the Omega, the one who holds time in the palm of my hand. And I am issuing a divine decree that cannot be rescinded. I have seen every loss you have endured, every dollar that was unfairly taken, every ounce of respect that was stripped away, and every year you feel you have lost to grief and struggle. I am declaring a season of total restoration. I am not merely going to give you back what you had. I am going to redeem everything you have been through and multiply it. I am the God who makes all things new, and I am stepping into your timeline to reverse the damage that the enemy has done during your season of vulnerability. The thief who thought he could destroy you is about to be forced to return sevenfold what he stole, for I am the judge of all the earth, and the verdict has been handed down in your favor. I have seen the thief who came in the night to steal your peace and your provision. I have seen those who spoke against your character to diminish your light. And I have seen the doors that were slammed in your face by those who thought they could stop my plan. But look at me now, I am the one who vindicates. I am going to restore your honor in the very places where you were shamed. Those who looked down on you will soon see my glory resting upon you, and they will be forced to realize that I was with you in the fire all along. I am bringing back the opportunities that you thought were gone forever, breathing life into dead dreams and calling forth the resources that have been held up in the spiritual atmosphere. I am opening the storehouses of heaven to pour out a supply that will make the years of lack seem like a distant, faded memory. This is not a slow, painful process. This is a sudden, sovereign move of my spirit. I am redeeming the time, making you more fruitful in a single day than you were in a decade of human effort. Pay close attention, for the next 24 hours are critical. I am initiating a strategic shift in your circumstances that will begin as a ripple and end as a tidal wave of transformation. You may receive a call, an email, or a sudden persistent thought that seems small but carries the weight of a destiny-altering miracle. I am moving the hearts of people you haven't spoken to in years. I am rearranging the financial structures that have kept you bound in cycles of debt and worry. Within this 24-hour window, I want you to walk with a royal expectation, knowing that something has already shifted in the invisible realm. The enemy's legal right to your life has been revoked by the blood of the Lamb, and his hold on your resources is being shattered right now. Do not look at the world with the eyes of your past. Look at it through the lens of my promise. The restoration has begun, and the momentum will not stop until everything that was stolen is back in your hands, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Your life is like a container, and for too long it has been filled with the bitter water of almost and not enough. But today I am pouring out that old water and filling you with the wine of my abundance. I know how to redeem every tear you've cried. Imagine the joy of seeing your bank account reflect my provision rather than your lack. Imagine the peace of walking into a room where your reputation has been restored by my own hand. I am the God who gives back what the locusts have eaten, and I am doing it with a speed that will leave you in awe. This next day is a portal of possibility. Keep your spirit alert and your heart open, for I am working in the shadows to bring you into the spotlight of my favor. Your season of being the victim is over. Your season of being the victor starts this very hour. Embrace the restoration, for it is my gift to you, my chosen and faithful one. My child, I have heard your heartbeat quicken every time you check your balance or open a letter that looks like a bill. I have seen the way you quietly calculate numbers in your head, trying to stretch what little you have to cover the mountains of what you owe. The spirit of lack has tried to convince you that your worth is tied to your bank account, and that because you are struggling, you have been abandoned. But I am the creator of the heavens and the earth, and the silver and the gold belong to me. I am not a God of scarcity. I am the God of the overflow. I am stepping into your financial reality right now to break the cycle of not enough. I see the bills that have kept you awake at night, and I see the dreams you have put on hold because of a lack of funds. I am the great provider, and I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a blessing so great that you will not have room enough to receive it. You have been a faithful steward of the little, and now I am preparing to make you ruler over much. I am speaking into the atmosphere of your household. Let the spirit of poverty and the fear of lack be broken forever. I am sending provision from sources you cannot yet see, and directions you would never expect. Just as I fed the thousands with a few loaves and fish, I am multiplying your resources in this very season. You do not need to know how it will happen. You only need to trust the who behind the promise. I will supply all your needs according to my riches and glory. This is not a suggestion. It is a covenant sealed in the heavens. I am arranging for debts to be settled, for unexpected resources to appear, and for sudden reversals in your financial standing. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way, and I am clearing the path for your total liberation. Your struggle with barely making it is coming to a permanent end, for I am moving you from the wilderness into a land where you will lack no good thing. Listen closely to my whisper, for I am not only bringing you immediate relief, I am bringing you the seeds of lasting wealth. In the quiet moments of the coming days, I am dropping divine ideas into your mind. Strategies for your career, creative solutions for your business, and hidden opportunities that others have overlooked. This is how I will establish you as a pillar of my kingdom. I will give you the power to create wealth so that you can be a vessel of my generosity. You will receive an insight that feels like a flash of lightning. Do not dismiss it, for it is a blueprint sent directly from my throne. I am aligning you with people who hold the keys to the doors you've been knocking on for years. Your name is being mentioned in high places by people you haven't even met yet. Financial freedom is your inheritance, not because of your effort, but because of my grace. I am breaking the chains of debt today. Breathe in the air of abundance, my beloved, for your Father is King, and I delight in seeing you flourish. This is the moment of your financial turning point. I am shifting the economy of your life to reflect the abundance of my kingdom. No longer will you be a slave to the lender. Instead, you will become a lender to many nations. I am restoring the years of financial drought and replacing them with a harvest that will surprise even those who doubted you. Do not look at the world's economy with fear, for you operate under a different law, the law of my divine supply. Every need you have, whether large or small, is already known to me, and the provision is already on its way. Stand firm in this truth. Let go of the stress and the worry and replace it with a radical gratitude. You are well supplied, you are debt-free in the spirit, and you are about to see that manifestation in the natural. My word does not return void, and I have promised to prosper you. Receive it now, for the storehouses are open and your name is written on the blessing. My precious one, I have heard the mocking laughter that echoed in the corridors of your past. I have seen those who sat in the shadows waiting for your foot to slip, hoping for the moment they could finally say, "We told you so." They mistook my silence for my absence, and they mistook your season of pruning for a season of destruction. They judged you because they saw your struggle, but they were blind to your seed. They saw the fire you were walking through, but they could not see the fourth man in the fire walking with you. I have watched every eye that looked at you with disdain and every tongue that sharpened itself like a razor to cut down your reputation. But I am a jealous father, and I protect my own with a ferocity that the world cannot fathom. I am telling you today, the period of their mockery has come to an end. I am closing the mouths of the lions, and I am turning their whispers of doubt into shouts of amazement at what I am about to do in your life. You do not need to lift a single finger to defend yourself, for I am your shield and the lifter of your head. I am currently preparing a grand table for you, and I am placing it exactly where those who doubted you will have no choice but to witness it. I will not hide your blessing. I will display it. I am making your light so bright that those who tried to blow it out will have to shield their eyes from my glory. It is a divine irony of my kingdom. The very people who tried to bury you are about to see that you were not a corpse, but a seed. They thought they were finishing you, but they were actually planting you in the fertile soil of my favor. I am bringing a reversal so complete and so sudden that those who once refused to help you will now seek your counsel. Those who turned their backs on you in your hour of need will realize that they didn't walk away from a failure, they walked away from the very person I have chosen to lead them. As I bring this vindication to pass, I want you to keep your heart pure and your spirit clean. Do not seek revenge, for vengeance is mine, and my justice is far more thorough than any human retribution could ever be. I'm going to make your enemies your footstool, not for you to crush them, but for you to step up to the higher level of authority I have destined for you. I will cause those who falsely accused you to stumble upon their own lies, while your truth rises like the noonday sun. You are entering a season where you no longer have to explain yourself or justify your journey. Your results will do the talking. Your peace will be your armor. Your success will be your testimony. The shame you once carried has been traded for a double portion of honor. The tables are turning right now, and the very hands that tried to hold you down will soon be raised in awe of the favor I have draped over your life. Look around you, my child, and see that the atmosphere of hostility is already dissolving. I am removing the thorns from your side and the stumbling blocks from your path. The people who were assigned by the darkness to distract, drain, and discourage you are being moved out of your way by my sovereign hand. You will find that you no longer have to fight for a seat at the table, for I have built a table specifically for you. This is the mark of a chosen one, that I take the things intended for your harm and I weave them into the tapestry of your promotion. Rest in my strength today. Your vindication is not a maybe, it is a done deal in the courts of heaven. The shadows are retreating and the sun of my righteousness is rising with healing in its wings. Your enemies will see you, they will know I am with you, and they will know that you are untouchable because you are mine. My precious one, I have seen the deep, jagged scars left on your heart by those who promised to stay, but vanished the moment the winds of your life became too cold. I know the hollow ache of being misunderstood by those who were supposed to know your soul best. You have spent many nights wondering if you are destined to walk this path alone, guarded and afraid to let anyone close again. But I am the great restorer of hearts, and I am stepping into your social world to bring a healing you never thought possible. I am moving even now upon the hearts of those who walked away in pride or confusion. For some of you, a bridge you thought was burned forever is being rebuilt by my hand. I am softening spirits and opening lines of communication that have been frozen for years. You will witness the miracle of an unexpected apology, a sincere reaching out, and the melting of walls that were built in seasons of pain. I am bringing closure where there was only chaos and peace where there was only bitterness. However, I want you to understand that my restoration is not always about bringing back the old. It is often about bringing in the new. While I am healing certain past bonds, I am also clearing the way for divine alliances, people whose souls are aligned with the frequency of your destiny. I am bringing destiny helpers into your life who will not look at your scars as flaws, but as credentials of your strength. These are triune connections. They love me, they love you, and they love the mission I have placed within you. You will no longer have to explain your light to those who are comfortable in the dark. I am surrounding you with a new family of believers, mentors, and friends who will protect your peace as if it were their own. These relationships will not drain you. They will pour into you. They will not judge you for your hidden season. They will celebrate the person you have become through the fire. I am also healing the relationship you have with yourself, for that is the foundation of all others. You have been your own harshest critic, repeating the lies that others told you until you began to believe them. I am washing your mind of the poison of self-rejection. I am teaching you to see yourself through my eyes as a masterpiece, a chosen child, a royal heir. As you begin to love the person I created you to be, you will naturally attract those who value that same light. You will no longer settle for crumbs of affection because you will realize you belong at the King's table. I am removing the spirit of isolation and replacing it with the spirit of belonging. The loneliness that has been your constant companion is being served its notice of eviction. You are being integrated into a community of purpose where you will be seen, heard, and deeply valued. Take a deep breath and feel the warmth of my love mending the cracks in your spirit. I am giving you the grace to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. I am removing the heavy armor you've worn to protect your heart, for I am now your shield. You are safe to love again. You are safe to trust the new people I am bringing across your path. This is a season of divine reconnections and sovereign introductions. Your phone will ring with good news. Your doors will open to kindred spirits, and your home will once again be filled with the sound of genuine laughter. I did not create you to be an island. I created you for connection. Watch as I weave the threads of your life into a beautiful tapestry of relationships that reflect my glory and support your highest calling. Your days of being lonely are over. Your days of being loved have just begun. My beloved child, the fires you have walked through were not only meant to refine your soul, but to ignite a flame within you that the winds of this world can never blow out. I have watched you emerge from the ashes of your old life, and I tell you today that your season of merely surviving is over. You are transitioning from being a seeker of miracles to becoming a miracle worker in my name. Your pain has been your training ground, and your scars are not signs of shame, but the credentials of your spiritual authority. I have called you to be a lighthouse in a world that is currently drowning in darkness. You have felt the depths of despair, you have touched the bottom of the pit, and because of that, you possess a frequency of compassion that cannot be taught in books or learned in comfort. You are being given a new mission to speak life into the dry bones of those who are currently where you once were. You are the living evidence of my goodness, the breathing testimony that no matter how deep the shadows, my hand is always long enough and strong enough to reach down and rescue the lost. I am placing a mantle of leadership upon your shoulders, one that fits you perfectly, because it was tailored through your tears, your silence, and your unwavering endurance. The wisdom you have gained in the secret place of your suffering is now being weaponized for my glory. You will find that words of healing will begin to flow from your lips with a power and an authority you did not know you possessed. When you speak, the heavy-hearted will find a moment of rest. When you share the truth of your journey, the chains of those who are listening will begin to rattle and break. You are no longer just a spectator of my grace. You are an ambassador of my kingdom, a royal representative sent to a broken generation. Do not fear the magnitude of the assignment I am laying before you, for I do not call the qualified, I qualify the called. I am opening doors for you to stand before people who are desperately searching for the hope that you now carry in your very DNA. Your presence alone will begin to shift the atmosphere in every room you enter, for you carry the fragrance of a victory that was won in the furnace of affliction. Look ahead. My chosen one for the horizon is glowing with the dawn of a future you could not have imagined in your darkest hour. This is the becoming I promised you when you were still hidden in the shadows of the wilderness. You are no longer defined by the storm you survived, but by the light you radiate in its aftermath. I am expanding your influence and your territory because I have tested your heart, and I know I can trust you with the weight of the harvest. You will be a source of strength for the weak, a guide for the lost, and a living proof that my timing is always perfect, even when it is painful. The world will see my reflection in your eyes, and they will wonder how you can be so radiant, so peaceful, and so whole after all you have endured. And in that moment, you will tell them it was not by your own power, but by my spirit. You are embarking on the most glorious chapter of your existence, where every struggle is turned into a strategy and every tear is turned into a treasure for the world to see. Your light is ready and your voice has been prepared through the silence of the hidden years. Step into your mission with the confidence of a king and the heart of a servant, for the world is waiting for the revelation of the light I have placed within you. You are the city on a hill that cannot be hidden. You are the salt that gives flavor to a bland world. As you walk forward, I will be the wind beneath your wings and the fire in your bones. You have been chosen for such a time as this, to be a beacon of hope in a time of despair. Every person you help, every soul you touch, and every life you inspire will be a jewel in your crown of life. This is your destiny, and it is more beautiful than anything you could have dreamed. The darkness has no more power over you, for you have become the light that the darkness can never comprehend. Move forward in my strength, for the glory of the Father is upon you. My precious child, as my words settle deep into the soil of your spirit, I want you to feel the atmosphere in your room shifting right now. A divine stillness is descending upon you, a peace that surpasses all human understanding. acting as a sentinel over your heart and mind. I am now reaching out my hand to place a holy seal upon this message, ensuring that no thief can steal the seeds of hope that have been planted today. Every word I have spoken to you is a legal decree in the courts of heaven, and it is backed by the full authority of my throne. I am weaving a hedge of fire around you that no weapon, no lie, and no shadow can penetrate. This is your moment of absolute surrender, where you release the last fragments of your burden and allow my spirit to carry the full weight of your future. You are no longer under the jurisdiction of fear. You are now under the law of my favor and the protection of my grace. Feel the warmth of my presence enveloping you like a thick golden cloak, shielding you from the storms of the world. I am now commanding my heavenly hosts to take up their positions around you. I am stationing a legion of angels at the four corners of your home, at the head of your bed, and at every door and window of your life. They stand with flaming swords to guard your peace and to block every assignment of the enemy that was designed to discourage you. They are the guardians of your sleep and the protectors of your waking hours. As you walk out of this moment and back into the world, you do not walk alone. You walk with the vanguard of heaven. I am placing a mark of divine exemption upon your forehead, a sign that you are mine, and that the plagues of the world have no right to touch your dwelling. Your finances are sealed under my provision, your health is sealed under my healing, and your mind is sealed under my peace. The blood of the Lamb is the boundary line that the darkness cannot cross. You are safe, you are secure, and you are hidden in the hollow of my hand. This prophecy is now locked into your timeline. It is not a matter of if, but a matter of when, and that when has already begun. I want you to seal this transition with a final act of faith. Do not let this message evaporate into the air. Anchor it into your reality. I am calling you to join this eternal family and press the like button as a physical sign of your agreement with heaven's decree. If you believe that your chains have been broken and your season has shifted, do not stay silent. This is the moment to close the door on your past forever. I want you to go to the comments and type Amen, or it is done, to lock this blessing into your life for all eternity. By speaking these words, you are putting the final seal on your miracle. Subscribe to this circle of light to stay connected to my voice, for I have much more to reveal to you in the days to come. The struggle is over, the victory is won, and my glory is now your constant companion. It is finished. My beloved child, the silence has finally been broken and the truth has been spoken directly into the core of your being. You have heard my voice, and in hearing you have been awakened from the deep slumber of despair. I want you to realize that the person who began this video no longer exists. That version of you, the one burdened by the heavy chains of the past and the whispers of the enemy, has been laid to rest. Today you stand as a new creation, birthed from the heat of your trials and washed in the water of my spirit. You have been tested, you have been refined, and you have emerged not just a survivor but a conqueror. The weight you felt on your chest has been lifted, and the fog that clouded your vision has been cleared by the light of my presence. You are now standing on the solid ground of your destiny, and the atmosphere of your life has been permanently shifted toward favor. Now I want you to straighten your back and lift your chin. Walk out of this moment not with the hesitant step of a victim, but with the steady, unshakable gait of royalty. You are a king, you are a queen in my kingdom, and you carry the authority of the heavens in your very breath. Do not look back at the ruins of your yesterday, for there is nothing left for you there. The shadows that once pursued you have been swallowed by the dawn, and they no longer have the power to speak into your future. I have set a path before you that is paved with my promises and guarded by my angels. Every step you take from this moment forward is a step into the much that I have prepared for those who love me. You have passed the final test, and the crown of life is resting upon your head. Remember, my precious one, this is not the end of our journey together. It is merely the opening of a new glorious chapter. This is the beginning of a life where my glory will be manifest in your health, your finances, your relationships, and your spirit. I have so much more to show you, so many more doors to open, and so many more miracles to perform through your hands. You were trained in the secret place so that you could shine in the public place. Now go forth and be the light that I created you to be. Do not fear the unknown, for I am already there waiting for you. This is your time. This is your moment. Step into the fullness of who you were meant to be, and never forget that you are deeply loved, eternally protected, and divinely chosen. Seal this transformation within your soul right now. If you are ready to embrace the abundance and the mission I have laid before you, do not leave without making it official. Let the heavens hear your voice of agreement. Type "I receive the blessing" in the comments below to anchor this prophecy into your life forever. Press the like button and subscribe to join this family of light, for this is only the first of many revelations I will bring to you. By joining us, you are making sure you never miss a word that I speak to your heart. The gate is wide open and the world is waiting for you to step through. Go now and live the life of victory I have ordained for you since the beginning of time. Amen.